Hello, what was happening in last lecture? We saw the overview of design process partially, as well as the history of database. Okay, let's start from the overview of design process. See, in life cycle of database design, hello, am I audible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The life cycle of database, it includes the designing, development, as well as the implementations and maintenance of the enterprise data management system. So design process is one of the important part of life cycle of the database. Okay. The main objective of database design in DBMS are to produce logical and physical design model of the proposed database system. What is the main objective of database design? Yes, it produces logical as well as the physical design model of the proposed database systems. That means the database system is not existing. We will create in future. Before that, we have to design that one at the logical level as well as the physical level. Let's see one by one. The logical model. It concentrates on the data requirements and the data to be stored independent of a physical considerations. Okay. It does not concern itself with how the data will be stored or where it will be stored physically. See, the logical model is a conceptual model. Okay. It is a pen and paper work. Okay. And here we are not dealing with the how data will go into stored, where it will be stored. We are just designing our database system on the paper. And this is why it's required, because the Navy users, these are the unprofessional user who doesn't know the any knowledge of the database. He just come with the requirement. Just I want this type of data to be stored in my database for my organizations. And as a technical person or database designer, we just take his requirements, gather that requirements, and all these requirements draw in a pictorial format using the ER diagram. It's a pen and paper work. Okay. It does not concern itself with the how the data will be stored or where it will be stored physically. Remember this point. Okay. The entire design is on paper without any physical implementation or specific DBMS consideration. So, okay, are you getting the point of logical model? It is a conceptual. It is a conceptual, and to communication between the Navy user as well as the technical person, we draw the diagram on paper. Okay, how to draw that diagram we will see later, but it's a to clear the communication between the Navy user as well as the professional database user. Okay, now the next is the physical model. This stage implements the logical model of the database, taking into account the database, DBMS, and physical implementation factors. Okay. Now, if our ER diagram, that is the entity relationship diagram, is ready, then after that, we will actually designing, actually creating our table into the database. That is nothing but the physical model. After completion of the logical model phase, we come to the physical model for implementing that logical model. Are you getting, students? Hello, are you there? Are you getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we are on the topic of the database design. In that we saw the logical model and we are now seeing the physical model. Okay, this stage implements the logical model. Logical model is a conceptual model and paperwork. And it is used for the communication between the Navy user as well as the database designer. And after completion of the logical model, then physical model. In this case, implements the logical model of the database, taking into account the DBMS and physical implementation factors. The physical data design model involves the translating the logical database design of a database onto the physical media using hardware, resources, software system, such as database management system. Okay. Is there any doubt? Database designing. Is there any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for the response. Then next is a ER model. ER stands for Entity Relationship Model. ER model defines the conceptual or logical view of database. So to create a logical view, we are taking the help of ER diagrams. This is the pictorial representation. Listen carefully. This is the one of the important, basic, as well as simple topic. Okay, but it's very important. ER model defines the conceptual or logical view of the database. It works around the real world entities and the association among them. See, real world entities, which we are going to store into the form of records. Okay, that is the data. These are the real world entity. These are it may be a thing, it may be an object. Okay, any car or person, it is all these are nothing but the entity. Okay, ER model is the conceptual logical view of the database. It works around the real world entities, car, persons, books, anything, association among them. ER diagram is a pictorial representation of the data that describes how data is communicated and related to each other. How data is communicated and related to each other. See, as we just discussed now, Navy user or common end users come to with his requirement to the any organization or IT software system. And as a database designer or technical person, we listen his requirements. We listen his requirements, mention, and these all the requirements are in the normal English or into a words format. See, and what happened now? As a technical person, we have to design ER model. So just grasp all the nouns as well as the verb from the customer. Grasp the noun. Noun means what? In English, nouns. Any object, right? For example, person own a car. Person owns a car. In this statement, which are the nouns? Which are the nouns? I'm asking simple questions. You know nouns. Do you know the concept of noun? It's related to the English grammar. Person as well as the car. These are the two nouns in this statement. Person owns a car. See? So all this comes under the entities. We are looking at the concept entity relationship model, and we are talking about the entities. Okay, the person owns a car. In that person as well as the car, these are the entities. And relationship, what's the relationship between the person and the car? That is the person owns, that is own. This is the relationship between the person as well as the car. Employee works for the organization. Employee works for the organizations. Okay, so in this statement, which are the entity? Anyone can tell me? Hello. Hello, are you there? Is it tough concept? Or you are not getting? Let me know. See people, your response is so poor. It may be yes, it may be no, but at least reply. You should all should be active in the class. I'm asking a simple question related to the entities. Hello. Employee work for a XYZ organization. In this, which are the entities? Previous example, I told about the person own a car. In that person as well as the car, these are two entities. These are two nouns. In database language, these are the entities. Okay, objects. Now employee works for a XYZ organization. So which are the entities in this example? You don't know or you don't want to tell? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm asking a very simple question to check are you getting the concept or not. May I repeat the question? Employee works for the XYZ organization. Okay. Let me know which are the entities in this statement. It's so simple. Employee as well as the XYZ organization. These are the entity which represent the object. Okay. Entity is nothing but the things, object. Okay. These are the noun in English language. Whatever are the nouns, these are the things, these are the object, comes under the as a entity in the ER model. For simplifying the concept, I'm telling this in this way. Just concentrate over here. Okay, and what's the relationship between them? Employee works for, that is the works for, is the relation or it's an association between the two entities. I will repeat one more time. ER model defines the conceptual or logical view of the database. It works around real world entities. Okay, real world entities means what? Here employee, cars, persons, organization. These are the real world entities. And associations. Associations means relations among them. Person owns a car. Own is the relation between the person as well as the car. Okay, and employee works for. Working is the association between the organization as well as the employee. ER diagram is the pictorial representation of the data that describes how data is communicated and related to each other. Okay. The ER data model employs the three basic concepts: entity sets, attributes, and relationship set. These are the three important concepts under the ER model. Okay, let's see one by one individually. Is there any doubt for the basic concept?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. These are the components of ER model: entity sets, attributes, and the relationship. Then let's see entity first. Please note it down as well as the otherwise take a screenshot. Okay. Entity set, as just discussed just now, it is a real world object or things. Okay. For example, each person in university is an entity. If you are considering the university database, Solapur University database, then the person, each and every person which are related to the university, individually consider as an entity. I will repeat. Suppose take an example of Solapur University. Okay. Then the person any way if related to the university, every person related to the university is nothing but an entity for the university database. So it may be a student, it may be a teacher, non-teaching staff, all principal, directors, each and every person related to the database university, related to the university are an entity for the university database. In the ER diagram, an entity can be represented as a rectangle. See, as we saw the ER diagram, ER model, that is the entity relationship model, is the pictorial representation of the database. Okay, so how we are going to show the entities? These are represented by the rectangle. For example, at the bottom side, student, employee, projects, car, books, customers. All these are the entity. Okay. Entity has a set of properties. See, each and every entity has a set of properties, and the values of some set of properties may uniquely identify an entity. Okay, to uniquely identifying each and every entity, each entity has a set of properties. These properties are more than one, mostly. So which are those properties? If there is a student entity, then student ID, name, as well as the address, marks, phone number, all these are the set of properties comes under the student. These properties uniquely identifying each and every entity. Okay. Similarly, courses can be thought of as entities. Courses, because if there is a university database, then university offering different kind of courses to the students. Okay, so course ID uniquely identifies the course entity. Okay, duration of the course, then type, like that. All these are the comes under the course entity. Okay, then so according to the student as well as the course, if you think very well, then an entity may be a concrete. Concrete means physical. And for example, person, books, these are the physical entities type or a concrete entity type. And it may be abstract or conceptual. For example, course offering, courses, as well as the flight reservations. Okay, so these are the conceptual. All these entities have some attributes. Attributes means properties that give them their identity. For example, students, already we have seen this example, roll number, name, address. Let's continue entity set. An entity set is a collection of similar type of entities. See, entity, there is a student entity, then as an entry, there exists a number of student entity. Entity set is the collection of similar type of entities. Student table consists of collection of similar type of entities. That is the information about the different students. All an entity set may contain entities with attributes sharing similar values. Okay. For example, entity set student might represent the set of all students in the university. Are you getting students, entity and properties or not? Or may I repeat? At least text me the message. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Please repeat.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then entity set do not need to be a disjoint. Disjoint, that is the overlapping. It should not be a disjoint. It should not overlap. There should not be any confusion. All are the similar words. See how. Say as a university database, it is a collection of different kinds of person. So we are categorized into that student, teachers, non-teaching staff. But if I mention in that database person as an entity and entering each and every person related to that university as a entity into the person entity. Okay. So is it correct way? Of course not, because as a person table, each and every student's entry should be in that table, as well as teacher entry should in that, as well as the non-teaching staff also came into that entry. So we are not categorizing. Now, so it creates the overlapping into the database, as well as it may create the confusion. That's why entity sets, okay, we have whatever the table we are going to create, these entity set do not need to be a disjoint. There should not be a overlapping of the data. Okay, are you clear with the concept of disjoint? Or may I repeat? Entity set should be a clear. Yes, of course, each and every entity should has similar kind of property. Okay, but that should be a different from other entity sets too. All the teachers has the similar kind of property. Their ID, which course they will teach. Okay, course it taught, like that experience. All these properties, attributes comes under the teacher entity. Okay. Okay. Are you clear with the concept of disjoint? Yes or no? It's one of the important concept. Disjoint. Entity set do not need to be a disjoint. Yes, reply fast. Yes, no. May I repeat?
Yes, ma'am, repeat it.
Okay, thank you. See, here what we are doing, we are designing our database. Huh? So database is the collection of different kind of tables. We are grouping the tables, or we are creating the table according to their properties. Students has their different kind of properties. Properties mean category. There should be a difference between the student as well as the teacher as well as the non-teaching staff. All these are comes under the person. All these are the people or person comes under the university database, right? So, but we are categorizing it according to their property, similar kind of property. All students has entry should be in the student table. Okay. Can we make entry or details into the student table? Teachers? No, not at all, because teachers category is different. Okay. But for that, we are creating the teacher table over there. But suppose as a poor database designer, someone create a person table into the Solapur University database under person table. So as a person, as a member of the university, each and every entity came in that table, as well as teacher entity, student entity, teaching staff entity, board of the directors entity. So is it the good database design? Because all the data is overlapping over there. We are not categorizing the data, okay, according to their property. Yes, person is an entity, but it creates overlapping confusion within a database. Because of that, entity set should not be a disjoint. Now, are you clear with the concept of disjoint? Hello. Is it that much tough?
Clear, ma'am.
Thank you. For example, over here, it is possible to define the entity set of all people in a university. A person entity may be an instructor entity as well as the student entity. Both comes under the person entity, or neither. So it creates the confusion. Then see, our meeting will end within a 1 minute. Just rejoin one more time. I will share the link one more time. Okay. Next point is in that weak entity. An entity that depends on another entity called a weak entity. An entity that depends on another entity that called as weak entity. Means entity, that is the object, that is the things which are depend on another entity. For example, employee works for an organization. So here, employee is one of the strong entity who has their own unique properties. Employee ID, name, address. Okay. But there is some information under the employee that parents info as well as the kids info. But if we remove the employee entry from the organization, then there is a no need of the parents info as well as the kids info. Okay, so that means these entity, parents as well as the kids, these are the dependent entity, totally depend on the employee. So these entity called as a weak entity. Okay, the weak entity